Kids, be free. Be whatever you are. Do whatever you want to do. Just so long as you don't hurt anybody.
Good afternoon. Can I speak to Lizzie, please?
Yes, can I ask you? Bear with me one moment.
Thank you.
You speaking?
And Lizzie, it's turning your call?
Oh, thanks for calling me back so quickly. I was just giving you a call to arrange to come out again.
Right.
And I just wanted to let you know as well that because kind of the time, you know, I said to you it would take 20 working days to do my assessment.
Yeah.
What I wanted to let you know was actually because of the delay kind of me coming out to you, actually, hopefully if I can get out to you next week, I can get that tied up because my assessment's due with my manager by next Thursday, so it actually won't be the full 20 days. It's all already started, if that makes sense.
Right.
So hopefully it just puts your mind at rest a bit that it's
Right.
not going to go on forever and actually...
What are you doing work-wise? You're working tonight, tomorrow...
Yeah.
And then you got what? You got
A week off.
And then you got a week off.
Yeah.
So what day did it take us to?
Week better at
So
the
it's the
beginning.
following Wednesday.
So after Wednesday,
So, I'm at
Wednesday
work-
to Wednesday, you got a week off, yeah?
Yeah, I'll
Right,
work
okay.
till Thursday morning until Wednesday night.
Right. Did you hear that, Lizzie? So I was at work
Today,
tonight,
tomorrow night,
tomorrow
and
night,
then I'm off for 6 days.
and then she's got 6 days off. So
Oh, okay.
Whenever's
Can we
convenient
do
for you.
early next week? Because I'm on annual leave this Friday. So if we could do early next week, either Monday or Tuesday, I can do.
Fine.
yeah, whichever's convenient for yourself. Let us know.
Yeah, do you want to do same time again, about 11?
Yeah, that's the perfect time.
Yeah.
It gives time
Okay,
to...
so I'll put it in for 11 on Monday, and then kind of, hopefully, that gets me out of your hair a little bit.
Okay, no worries.
If I do it Monday, yeah. Thank you for letting me, I really appreciate that you let me in kind of, I think it went really well. You've got really, really lovely children.
Thank you, I
can see
appreciate
that
it.
They absolutely have got a brilliant relationship with you boys.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you for that. One of the other things as well, I've got you on the phone, in terms of when I appreciate kind of when I was round I had to check details. One of the things that I just wanted to check is when we put details in, sometimes if it's a common name, it flags up more than one person.
Yeah.
I just wanted to confirm with you directly, because I appreciate
I know for sure that there are 2 in this town. I can tell you that 100% because I've encountered one playing darts a few years ago.
Okay. There is, did you say?
Yeah, there are 2 in this town.
Okay, well that would probably settle what I'm going to ask, because what I was going to say is when I put it in, one that's linking is linking 2 other children.
No.
And I remember saying you didn't have any other children, but this is linking them with then as well?
No, never heard of them. No, never heard.
Because what it would do is, obviously I'm going to record information. I don't want to record that incorrectly and you're linked with people actually you're like, no way, that's not me at all.
No, it's definitely not me.
Okay, perfect. Alright, thank you for that. Well, I'll see you on Monday at 11. If anything comes up and you can't do it, just give me a ring.
No worries, Lizzie.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Actually,
There's a knock at the door, my darling.
Actually, my with 74 pages.
Is it?
Yeah, a lot, isn't it?
That is a lot.
Fancy bowl.
Sorry, I didn't know if your doorbell worked or
No,
not.
it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No.
I was thinking, oh, do the letter box. Hello, you alright?
Hiya.
Hiya, you're right. So I've got one in the bath. Oh, that's alright. How are you all, alright? Good. I won't be too close. Cold, I think. How things been? Yeah. Not too stressed about my visit. A little bit. What is it that kind of worries you the most, you think? I don't know, it's just everything, I suppose.
Feels intimidating,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Like you worry you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, like I'm kind of examining every element of things. I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not. I understand, look, I'm human as well, you know,
Yeah.
it's exactly the same, I feel exactly the same, and, you know, when people come into your home and things like that, so.
It's that feeling of being judged, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it
That's
is. Well,
it.
I'm writing an assessment,
That's
so
exactly the word you're looking for.
yeah. And I'm writing an assessment, so I suppose part of it, I am looking
Yeah.
at your lives, and, you know, hopefully I'm not passing too much judgment. I don't know, it's... Are you there?
He's sort of there, he's just sort of
Yeah,
keeping an eye on
yeah,
the
yeah,
bar.
no worries, okay.
Sorry, I can't think by himself to cry him out.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah, no, you do what you got to do.
So.
It was really just to come around, obviously, to see the children again, go through some of the things that came out in the agency check, and to really let you know that I'm going to close. So I've got no concerns and don't see the need for me to stay involved with the family. I think probably my biggest bit of feedback would be, what worries us is if, and I understand why you do it, I really do understand the place that you come from when you do it, but it's when there's a defence mechanism around you as a family, you know, if you say, you know, you can't come in and things like that, I suppose, I understand that's your decision to make. That's when that's kind of when it kind of brings it up. So, for example, one of the things that I do...
So we're not allowed a right to privacy then?
No, you absolutely are.
We're not allowed a common law, this is what it means. All it is a common law right to privacy.
Yeah.
I mean, no crime has been committed, I haven't thrown anything at my child, I haven't hurt anybody in the household.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think one of the things
So,
that...
no crime has been committed.
No.
And I know for a fact, like I said to you last time when you came over, that if I gave the police our names and children's names and dates of birth, straight away they're going to send them over to you anyway.
That's one of the things I wanted to say to you actually. So, and I appreciate that you don't always want to confirm who you are, your dates of birth. The problem being on this occasion is where you hadn't confirmed, and this isn't your fault. But where you that's not the thing, because it would always come. So if there's ever an incident, so police will generally notify. Sometimes we pick it up, sometimes we say, you know, we've done. So for example, now, if it was about concerns that you hadn't let them in, we'd probably say, actually, we've just done an assessment, we've been in, we've got no concerns. But one of the things that I was going to say to you is and it is absolutely your right.
Not the last time, but the time before that, I was standing there, I was doing a TOSS with them at the door.
Yeah.
They're telling me, no, we are coming in, but
Yeah.
you've got no rights to come in.
Yeah.
So basically, I had to let one of them come in, check around my house, just to make sure that there were no other children in my house that were hurt or injured.
Yeah.
So I let them in, and they checked, so there's no problems, but they still hurt me anyway. You know what I mean? So I can't, either way, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to say to you is by not, and it's not your fault that you're not like, it's your choice. It's your choice in the world that you live in, you know. I'm human as well. I've got exactly the same entitlements as you as. If the social worker knocks on my door, I can say no, you know. Unfortunately, that's the job that I chose, so when people say no, I still have to follow policies and procedures. But by not confirming your details to the police, and this is one of the things that I wanted to say to you, is actually, for us, what had happened was because no one knew the dates of birth and we didn't know who was who, there'd been links made to another individual that I can't disclose their details because they're confidential. But
I see.
there were major concerns around that individual. So because you've been linked to that, we're really concerned. So there's concerns.
Someone else.
Actually, those concerns don't sit with you as a family at all. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
So that's all right. So what I was saying is, it is your right not to confirm details. The thing that happens is because you didn't confirm the details, you as a family have been linked potentially with another individual who I can't name for their confidentiality reasons.
And I remember then you didn't have any other children, but this is linking them with as well.
No, never heard of them.
That we were told concerns about. So actually when we're looking at the details we hold on our system, we're seeing these concerns, and I'm thinking, this is actually quite, we're quite concerned about this, this family, the historical stuff that's there. And actually when you then confirm to me your details, it's nothing linked to you at all. But because you're linked to it, and then you're saying to me, no.
Yeah, there's ways and means of doing things though, isn't there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not having a go at you.
Yeah.
It's not your fault, but there are a lot of time-saving ways. If in the first place you sent a letter saying, I'm so sorry, but our system has flagged you with some potential problems, would it be okay for us to have a discussion about this? If I received a letter like that, no problem whatsoever. I'll phone you up straight away, I'll still record the phone call, and I'll talk to you, and I'll discuss what the problems were. When somebody says to me, you don't let me come into your house, I'm phoning the police, I'm sorry, I don't know who it is, that's getting my back up.
I think the biggest problem there is if the other person of interest is a real danger, you haven't got time to mess
coming
about.
straight away anyway and taking the children.
Not if I identify yourself. This, I think is what she's trying to say.
And that's what I'm saying. So because what I
know,
not
if the police had that many concerns about us being related to this other family, then they would have come in now and then and got involved.
But I think potentially, and I haven't yet had the discussion with the police, but I think potentially that's why sometimes there's more concerns are held greater because there's a link there, and because it's not been, I now know because I've looked at my system, and that's why when I rang I said, I just need to confirm details, because actually I was thinking, of course there's concerns there, and those concerns go down just with you confirming, actually.
So the highest risk, the denominator in all of this, is the surname connection with the other person involved.
I think there was, so I can't confirm who the individual is, but there was, you've obviously been linked somehow to another individual.
And that's purely by name, so the only way you can distinguish that is by details.
By details, which I appreciate at the time you didn't want to give me. And then the second thing is, obviously coupled with that, which for whatever reason you felt, whether it was my approach or whatever, I was then faced with you saying, I'm not confirming my name, you're not coming to my house. I'm now thinking, now I'm really worried. I've got these concerns, I can't get in, and them coupled together.
As soon as you stop that link,
but actually, as soon as now I've looked at that link and said, okay, so those concerns are there. You've let me in the house and I can see things are okay. Actually, I'm saying I have got, I'm not holding those concerns as such. But it's the same, and professionals will do it. I think regardless of, you can hold your opinions, and that's absolutely fine. If I'm really honest, I think you're never going to change the professional's approach in terms of health visitors will always raise to us, if you've not engaged with them, they're going to say, we don't get any engagement. They've said, at times that you could be aggressive over the phone, and when you said you don't wish for our intervention, and maybe that's just in your tone, but you're forever going to get, professionals won't stop doing that and giving us that feedback if that's the approach you give them, and I think it's your choice then, isn't it, whether you decide to continue that way or to say, do you know what, I have really actually gone through it.
You've got two choices then. You can phone somebody up and you can be all polite and nice and say, I'm so sorry, but we don't need your help. And then you're still going to get involved anyway. Or you can be firm and say, look, I'm never so sorry, but it's what's been going on. I'm being subject to somebody with mental health issues causing me hassle. And nobody's interested in it, and I've had enough now.
But the long and the short of it, from what I'm hearing today, the long and the short of it is, now the connection has been broken from that individual, there is no issue.
I need to obviously confirm so the concerns that we hold from what I can see aren't linked. The other things that came through, which I just need to check. So do you remember I said I'd do my checks, and that would give me the opportunity to come back to you and discuss those with you, and give you the opportunity to tell me. The only other things that was on there was, so the health visitor said obviously there's been very little contact, and they said that the needs to be up to date with her immunisation. You don't appear to have that MMR. Really, it's just about whether that's been a choice, if that's
a choice. They're not having it. His first three had his first three.
We don't have to give them any details as to why it's our decision. We have to give them any details. You know, you already said no issues there, so leave. You know what I mean?
So it's been a family choice. Because did you have her MMR?
Yeah.
They haven't said she hasn't. Yeah. Okay.
She's nearly.
Okay. I'd put a note on there about them saying report, because it'll be in my assessment, so I don't want you to read it and be like, she hasn't talked to me about this. Was the aggression when advising the health visiting team they don't wish for our intervention. The other thing was, in the last 12 months, you did not attend a paediatric dietitian clinic and a paediatric gastroenterology clinic.
The dietitian clinic, he was ill for, and I rang them up for another appointment. They sent me a letter, then they sent me another one saying for another appointment. And so there was a confusion around the appointments, and then the next one I got a letter saying that he'd been discharged from them.
Okay.
So we decided that's going to be that professionalism, and we won't bother.
So that's why.
And was that were they coupled together? So was the dietitian and the gastro?
I can't even remember. This is when we first saw.
We only had one appointment.
Sometimes they are the same clinic. Okay. But do you see what I mean? So I might, if I didn't talk to you about that, I might look at that and go, okay. And then if that kept coming up, I'd be like, well, right. But actually, by saying to me,
from an outside, it could look like neglect.
Yeah, but actually, you're saying we found it.
He says, confirming that he's happy, he's healthy, and strong.
But you're quite happy to call professionals when you need them,
aren't you? That he'd had Mr. Comments, but then she said, as he is growing well, he's fine, he's happy, he's strong. She's got no concerns with his weight or anything.
We diagnosed him with autism first. We sat down, we done the research, as everything that he was doing, we diagnosed him ourselves. That's when we said, right, now we need to go and get him professional. Diagnosed. And that's what we've done.
I spoke to
Elaine and asked Elaine. Dr. Wood, she said to us, what do you think? I said, we know he's got autism. We know, we're telling you he has got autism. You know, we just need you to confirm it so we can get
the
help
DLA and everything.
Because
obviously you can't get that without the professionals, and so
the extra support.
And that's why we go. They're not saying no, we go to Dr. Ghosh every 6 months. We've never missed an appointment with her. I see the speech and language therapist whenever they send a letter out, which at the moment it's sort of about every term, because there is nothing communication with him. It's kind of you can't sit down with him, and there's not that much of attention span, so you can't really do much with him. More just check-ups to see how we're going, and
just see how you're managing and things. And that's fine. And I think it's about just trying to, hopefully me coming in has made you realise that we are human as well. Like we're not. I know that. I mean, the first thing he said to me was just the child snatching department. I mean, our main objective as children's social care is to keep families together, and actually when you look at families' histories, the amount of stuff that goes in, so that's never I get why people say it. I mean, I read the newspapers, I go online,
But you only ever see negative press anyway.
Yeah, of course you do. So hopefully me coming in has alleviated some of that worry that I'm not here to just take your children out of your care. And actually I have no legal stance to do that. The only way I could do that would be with the police if they had an emergency protection order, or I have to go to court. I cannot just walk in your house and take your children out that door.
I'm not saying you would do, but I did you last week. People in your position, not you, I'm not making any claims about you whatsoever. People in your position have, in the past, made up lies because their personal opinion did this to that of the parents. And that is what I disagree with. Because
but you've got to take every case as an individual, haven't you? You've got to take everything at face value. And it makes more sense to me as an outsider looking in. Now, you said about the connection with this other individual, the intensity, I can understand. You've got to take away the connection, and when you know, I mean, I can understand your point of view totally, but I think there's more pressure on this other individual for whatever reason than there is with you. And I think that's where the concern was mainly lying, and now there's no connection between the two of you. I think you can take away that paranoia now, because it's not you they're linking anything with, it's this other person.
And I think as well that the difficulty is, and we get loads of different responses from different families. Some families are really, you know, want the support, some don't, you know, and everyone's entitled to their own thoughts. I think. No, I'm all right. I'm on the floor, I do. And I think it's about maybe. So I appreciate I sent you that letter. So prior to me sending you that letter, I tried to call quite a few times. Now we had the wrong number, so the number that was screening, so I couldn't get through via the phone. So I couldn't even call you to have because actually at that point I might have just had a discussion with you over the phone. But then I couldn't get through.
But the first day I came, a few days before Christmas Day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you didn't even give us the chance to get Christmas and New Year over with.
Yeah.
To get in touch with you.
Literally,
it was going to be the following day before that letter arrived for the door. I was going to phone up and talk to that first person. It wasn't you.
No, it would come from the hub, yeah.
You know what I mean? This is Christmas and New Year. Give me a chance to get that out of the way. That wound me up as well.
Yeah. The letter was dated on the 20th, which was my birthday, and then we received it on the 23rd. Yeah. And it was literally just after New Year, I think like the 3rd or something, we had another one come through, so we didn't get time to respond.
Yeah.
And then that one was dated, and then we got, you're coming this afternoon, and we were like, we haven't even had time to respond to that one.
To the one letter. Yeah. And then, you know, and I can appreciate that frustration at that point. And I think I have to follow guidelines, unfortunately, when I have a case I have to do.
I mean, if you don't know the circumstances, then your concern is not Christmas and New Year, it's getting in there and protecting the kids.
And I think, you know, for all the good that's in your home, actually there's not always sometimes good in families' homes, and there is a lot of abuse in those children.
I bet you've seen a downside worse, haven't you?
Yeah, you know, those children really are at risk of harm, and that's on my head because I chose to do this job, I suppose.
And you don't know that without seeing.
No, absolutely not. So I could appreciate, you know, I'd sent that letter. I had tried to call, couldn't get through on those numbers. Did manage to speak to someone who said, you've got the wrong number. So I was like, okay, that's definitely the wrong number. So I had to send the letter out. So I'm guided as well. And then obviously you'd spoken and you was irritable at that time. And I think sometimes, because we have to record the calls as well, in terms of not voice record, but I will write what was said. And actually, maybe when you're frustrated, the way that... Because actually, when I'm having a normal conversation with you, you'll go through your point with me really calmly and say, you know, this is actually where I'm coming from. I think when you're irritable maybe over the phone, it does come across quite aggressive, and it's like, you know,
face to face, you're giving me the respect to be able to talk and give
It is difficult
which I respect in a person.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you the respect to be able to talk, and I'm not interrupting you.
Yeah.
On the phone, people they just assume, you're just some idiot, some muppet, who's walk all over. And I don't let anybody do that with me. I'm sorry, male or female, nobody does that with me.
Yeah.
You know, that's what that comes down to.
But conversations on the phone are difficult because you never know what's pause and breathe.
Yeah,
so you can talk over so easily.
And I have to record everything in my assessment, so you'll see it. But and I really do understand where you're coming from. It's really hard to build a report on the phone anyway. But I think so. Coupled with all of that, at one point in the conversation, I think we'll probably have your own preconceived ideas of social care. You said, you know, if you turn up and get physical with me, I'm going to get physical with you. And actually, I was thinking that's far from my agenda. You know, so then I'm worrying again. Thinking, you know, what environment am I going into? So I think it's all of those, especially if the referral came in that, you know, for whatever reason, the neighbour had said they've heard you shouting. So that was what they were saying. So whether there was any truth in that or not, when you're then saying to me, you know, I'll get physical with you, I'm thinking, hang on, there's a worry there because I'm linking that. So it's all of those things. But I have no concern. The only other thing that is the health visitors informing, which we've probably got a record of, being the right person, is they call it a domestic abuse incident. So it could be that at some point the police have attended because they were shouting, and it's dated the 3rd of November.
Yeah, that was... I was on a night shift, and it wasn't a domestic.
Okay.
This is the first time that the police came around, and this is when I refused them entry into the house.
Okay.
I was asleep, I forgot to pay a bill. We said this last time. He come down, he shouted at me, called me FC, and then went back upstairs. I went to the toilet, and she was outside on the phone to the police saying he's shouting, he's swearing. She was already back upstairs and
saying I was shouting and swearing. The police came down and said to us that they said I was shouting at the children.
Shouting and swearing. But,
you know what I mean? And the children were upstairs playing. I mean, I've been on the phone trying to sort out some bloody problem because the bill late.
Yeah.
I was telling him, fuck you.
Yeah.
It was literally, it wasn't a
Went back
domestic.
upstairs and carried on what I was doing. That was the end of it.
I come back from the toilet and the police were at the door. I don't know what she said to them, but they got here that quickly. I wasn't in tears. There was no crying. There was no distress. I was holding at the time.
Yeah.
I was upstairs and I said, look, nothing. I said, it shouted at me. That's it. I said, I'm not crying. You can see that they come to the door with silence. There was no, it finished.
And was that the only time that...
That was then the second
So that
time.
was the first time?
And then it was when the children were playing in here and she said that she heard shouting. But
And that's when we became involved again?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was the
Well, the first time round,
Hang on a minute. I'm talking.
we received a referral, and Beverly, I can't remember now, top of my head, but I phoned the lady up, I spoke to her, and I explained the situation to her. Nothing had happened, she's a neighbour accusing me of all these things.
And then I said, and then the other was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We were out there having the roast dinner, and the children were just in here playing. We asked the police to go and talk and explain to her, you know. And then she's when she came back that there was loads of children in there shouting, screaming. So how would she be able to hear that?
Yeah.
Even if it was.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, so actually on this occasion when the police went over they was already shouting that.
So how would she hear if these were...
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? She's got a house full. They said, come, I said that she's got a house full herself. So if she's got a house full and I've got a house, you know, these 3 of them.
Yeah.
And you're going to get noise.
I know, yeah, that's it. Got 3
He
children.
gets excited as well, and when he screams, he can really scream, and you get excited and yeah. And then there's other times, it can be 10 o'clock at night, you're trying to get him to sleep, and he gets a fit of the giggles, and he'll be giggling for 10 minutes, pitch black, and he just doesn't understand, does he? So yeah, you know, we can be going out shopping and start screaming and stuff, when we're out and things.
And as professionals, we understand that. Sometimes people don't. And you know, just meeting the children last week, I saw that obviously with your little one, absolutely there's additional needs, and he's really demanding. But he's lovely. You've got lovely children, but he's he's fully demanding of your attention.
But the thing is, you've got that knowledge behind you, and I don't think she has. I don't think she's got, from an outsider's perspective again, from the experience I've had with everything, she's very short-tempered in her own perspective. And I think she projects her opinion everywhere else. And therefore, that's when she seems quite narrow. And I think that could be down to her condition. That in her experiences, oh, this must be happening then. And she's projecting rather than being objective.
And do you know what? I would advise over anything that children are, you know, if they've got autism, and your way of dealing with that is that they scream, then you physically restraining them or something. That's you know, that's
you can't, that's illegal.
You know,
and we know that from the care industry.
That's when, you know, so actually.
Sometimes I have to put my hand over his mouth.
But then he becomes
a game.
Yeah.
You can't scream and get your hand.
Yeah.
You've got people doing it to him.
When he's watching Jungle Book, if once they start singing, he'll come out, grab you to come and sit down and sing the songs along with you, won't he? He loves it.
And I mean, these two, you was lovely and chatty last time I came and saw you, wasn't you?
Again now.
I think you're shy in front of everyone, aren't you? I think you two look so similar. I think they're just, it's literally like looking in a mirror. Do you look like your mum?
You can talk, my darling, can't you?
Beautiful, aren't you, baby?
Wow, you've got a good memory as well, remembering my name. Look at that.
Let's call the
Where are your kidneys?
Where are your kidneys?
No, stand up.
Not the book. Where are your kidneys?
Your body,
where your kidneys are? Where are they? On your body. Where are they?
Come here. Remember, they go down. Remember?
They go down to my blood.
So where are they? Stand up. Come here.
Where are they?
There. And where do they go down to? They go down to there, to your bladder, don't they?
Wow.
They have a big straw.
Two big straws, aren't they?
So I always remember kidneys are the ticklish spots, you see.
Yeah.
Best place to tickle.
Don't they?
Yeah, beans.
Do you know where yours are?
Where's your kidney?
Do you reckon they're the same place?
My heart is right in the middle.
Thank God it's not up here. Oh, do you like looking at the human body?
Like dinosaurs as well, don't you?
Do you? Wow.
He loves
Ooh, cow.
Last time I said I got told where how Nick's go,
Yeah. I was saying when we was upstairs, we were saying to Ed, you'd like to tell me everything. He said, I want a hamster.
I thought maybe I was going to bring a hamster this week, so sorry to disappoint.
I must admit that.
And then it was, you know, to park instead.
And you went on about Star Wars as well, didn't you? Because I said, who's Chewie? And everything, and they said, oh, this Chewie's open packed and I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant. I must admit, that was so
Then
much
we got
fun.
the Nick story, didn't we? Where Nick said, that's clever.
Brain.
And they're really good
Brain.
reading. I mean, James got to read something from the magazine, and his reading's really, really good. So you're obviously doing.
That's to read.
Yeah.
Read them right.
Did you? Yeah. Was it hard? Because I can do it. I mean, I personally, I'm not.
I'm not academic.
I'm not. I would just be like,
No, really, it's just patience.
Yeah.
I did childcare after I left school because I wanted to do something along that line.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get into that, so I went into care work.
Is that the last test or is that
Yeah, I
the
mean,
last?
so we did pamper nursery. When he couldn't get in, he was saying, right, well, I've got to do it.
Yeah. So you
And
had no
so,
choice and stuff.
yeah, but everything he knows is what we're taught. His
Can you
alphabet,
find
his
the
sounds,
shoulder?
times up, but reading.
And I'll show you.
Read. They go to bed at 7 o'clock every night and they get to read for an hour, lights out at 8 o'clock. So they have at least an hour's
That's
reading,
my
calming down,
favourite.
no TV, just in their room.
That's what I've got.
Look,
Kind.
Very good read, aren't you, darling?
And what about kind of just in terms of, because obviously they see cousins, they see a lot, because I was obviously asking about friends, and obviously when they're in a school environment, they do have more.
Yeah.
You see, she comes round, so she came round yesterday, didn't she?
Is that next door?
Yeah. And then we've got we go
They
and
used to
see.
live next door.
That's Chewy, that's who he was on about.
Okay.
Chewy is on me, so
Right.
go and see them up and someone can stay there. And
So they do have links to friendships, because obviously that does help
when
them.
we go take them over the park,
Yeah.
they'll happily mix with other children there
Yeah.
straight away, don't you? And they start playing with them, and then we'll go. So they do mix really well.
Yeah, that's good.
Obviously, every
Just
day's a
the
bit
parents,
different.
as soon as they say, when they go to school, or we homeschool,
That's it. I feel that it's judged.
It's not. People are always scared that
The unusual.
the opposite of the norm. And
And
everything. But I think your kids are such
We get
proof of how well it can be done.
knowledge books and stuff.
And it's
for
the
Christmas
trouble is
and
it's
stuff
not always like that.
Learning
I mean,
books.
Yeah.
They've got all their painting and that, so they can't do it down here because they
Yeah,
go upstairs
don't
and
do it.
That's
make
No,
things. And
Yeah.
they still get
But
all
I
that
think
stuff
that
as well as messy
then sort of
plates.
It's just that bit. It's just that.
around
And
things.
It's done
I
at
think
home.
Do you know
it's
what I mean?
exactly what James said. For us, we come
want
across
the
loads of
one
families. I mean, I've got a family at the moment that homeschools. You know, that I pass no judgment. That girl is those decisions. I suppose what we were saying was at times it's harder when children are, and that's not your fault. That's my job that makes it hard. You know, when children are in school, I can do a quick call to school and say, are there any concerns? Because I know that I'd looked previously, they'd made a call, and they said, yeah, absolutely no concerns.
Just go to the
Sharon, they won't be clean uniform every day.
Yeah.
Skeleton and muscle.
Okay. Well, I'll get out of my head. So what will happen now is I'll write up my assessment.
Yeah, chapter 6.
And then you'll get a copy of it. The children will go. I mean, I can see them here, and you know they're chatting, and unless you want to speak to me on your own, do you want to speak to me on your own, or are you okay?
Are you okay? You need to talk, my darling. She's gone really shy.
What about you? Are you happy for me to go, or do you want to chat to me on your own?
Lizzie upstairs, or are you okay?
Your decision.
You don't have to if you don't want to. Lizzie's fine. It's up to you.
Are you okay?
You want to tickle?
Really shy.
You want to tickle your feet?
Are you happy looking at your book down here?
Your hair?
You like to be in the thick of it, don't you?
No, Daddy.
Got
your hair?
You did get it for Christmas, didn't you?
Yeah,
That's the
so
muscle
they'll
I
be
pulled.
close. So I'm in
That's
a
the muscle I
position,
pulled
and I
there.
think just moving forward, even if someone, if for whatever reason, something comes up and we make a call, just
I know what we said to you. The major cell, we've had that.
yeah. So yeah. Oh.
Blue bribery, I love it. As you can see, it worked well on me as a child. Gets in.
Good boy. Well done.
These
She wasn't, they're not, I think it's you two that make them shy, because upstairs they were all guys.
are
Once she gets going, she's alright. What are you going to build? Are you building a house? Can I help you put the roof on? It does, well done. And then what about a little chimney?
You're welcome, my love.
The chimney okay? You could build a massive circus.
My friends are going to hide down 6 pounds next to ladders.
Really?
Hide the 6 when you hide, and then somebody.
Do you want to show that puzzle that you showed me earlier?
Oh, musical statues.
I thought you showed the puzzle that you showed me earlier.
Yeah, if it makes
That
like
was brilliant.
start, it's done. If the
Yeah.
stocking stays
No,
in
the magnetic one.
What is that out?
That was awesome.
Do you have to stay really
Oh, no,
still?
no.
I thought that.
Right.
So still.
No, you just need to stay still, statues.
Like a statue.
And then, if they move, they're out.
What about sleeping lions? I like that game. I win that one all the time.
If you can teach them to play libraries, you're more than welcome.
I just like sleeping.
I'll win you on that one.
Okay. Alright, am I right to just pop my head round to see?
Yeah.
Is that right? I appreciate it, but I don't want to upset, but I'll just quickly put my...
He wanted to go out this morning. Stop and let him go out. He wanted to go out.
Oh, still. Oh, I feel where
It's
it's
his second one today, so he's nice and clean.
Do you know, everything makes more sense as soon as she said about the connections to this other person. I can understand. Yeah. Yeah. No, totally. Totally.
Right, I'll get out of your hair. Thank you so much for letting me come round. Yeah, I think in future, because it's not definite that I'd be a social worker that gets called, just to have a conversation. I know it's frustrating, but just so you know, we've done it. This is where we're at, and try not to be so fearful maybe. And equally, you know, my assessment will reflect why you feel like that, you know, at times. So, but it was lovely to meet you. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. You'll get a copy, all right, of my assessment. Sorry. It probably won't be until a couple of weeks till I've written it up and then it'll come out in the post, alright?
Okay, no worries.
All
Thank you very much.
you.
Bye-bye. I need to make a phone call. Can I quiet, please?
First, new message. Hi there, it's the School of Children's Social Care. Can you give me a call back, please? Just a few quick questions. Thank you. Bye. Received today at 12:56 p.m. to listen to the... Assistant team, Lizzie speaking.
Hello, Lizzie. It's
Oh, hi. How are you?
not too bad, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad, thank
Good.
you. A bit poorly, but not too bad.
Oh dear.
I was just ringing. Thank you for ringing back so quickly.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
it's thrown me because I've answered it, and whenever it's for you, you kind of get lost in what you've done. The reason I gave you a call is just because I'm writing the assessment for the, to come out to you, so that will be completed today and should be with you at the beginning of the week.
Okay.
As in next week. But as I'm going through my notes, because obviously I make notes when I see families, I'm kind of looking at all the different things that the children, that I've learned about the children, so in the pug and on in the hamster and things that they like. But one of the things that I thought that I didn't do was kind of just because wasn't verbally communicating with me, was just really check what he liked. I got the impression he doesn't like glasses, and he seemed quite settled in the bath, but I didn't know if he had any kind of particular interests I could note in there.
Not really, no. He just wants to watch. It's just he's see, the thing with autistic children is that they like their electronic equipment, and if we allowed him to, he'd have her tablet all day every day. But we don't allow that sort of behaviour because we've seen children on buses and all sorts, and when battery runs out on those things and you can't charge it up, they go absolutely ape. And that behaviour of an autistic child is 20 times worse.
Yeah.
So really,
so it's really the interactive stuff.
Yeah, if we left him to do whatever he wanted, he'd just sit down and watch television, you know. But we try to get him up playing with his cups and his bricks, and you know what I mean. Now and then, if we think he's been sitting down too long, turn the TV off, and you know, try and get him to play with his bricks, and he'll sit there and line his bricks or his cars up.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. So, that just gave me a little bit kind of more of an insight, really, because I thought, bless him, I've kind of read about all the, because I obviously spoke to them and they were telling me things that they liked and things. I thought, I felt a little bit
if you've got access to his reports from Dr. Doe, everything's all in there about his behaviour and what he likes to do and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you know what? She had sent me an agency check request, so I don't doubt very much some of those bits are in there, actually.
Yeah.
I'll have a proper look through that. One of the other things that I noticed, it was because I'd spoken to James and he'd kind of caught it as well, was I thought that and like accent, and I didn't know if you feel that they've got an accent or
no, it's just because we get them to talk properly. They don't talk like, you know, I don't have them mispronouncing words or things like that. So.
And I was thinking it's not an accent. It can be quite a prominent accent, can't there? And
oh no, I'm not from. I'm not from. No.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's more around their pronunciation. I was just thinking I better check that because I kind of put accent in my notes and thought, I better check it because I don't want to just write it and you'd be like, they've got an accent.
No, they shouldn't do.
It's more around their pronouncing of their words, is it?
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, it should be.
What's that, sorry?
As far as I'm aware, it should be. I certainly don't think them to have an accent.
I think it's just because it was so different to yours. I thought, is it an accent? Is it not?
No, I don't think they've got an accent.
No. Alright, fair enough. At least I can put that. Alright, well that was really helpful. What I'll do is get it sent out in the post. I can't make any changes to my assessment, but if you've got any questions or anything, feel free to give me a call and I can answer those for you, alright?
Okay, Lizzie, no problem.
Alright, thanks for calling me back.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye. I can't make any changes to my assessment, but if you've got any questions or anything, feel free to give me a call and I can answer those for you, alright?
I can't make any changes to my assessment, but if you've got any questions, I can't make any changes.